Now, the cool thing about finding a niche is it focuses you, because one of the biggest problems I think you probably find, and you probably have this with your content, is people are like, I don't know what idea to start with. And the biggest reason that most people don't start businesses is because they're like, I don't know, I don't have an idea, I don't know where to start. If you start with the niche, we can reverse engineer and extract the problem from the niche, and then by solving the problem, the idea is created. So we don't go looking for ideas, we go looking for problems, and by finding those problems, we have an idea because the solution creates the money. So the next step, basically, in this process, once we've figured out what our niche is we need to do what we call market research, which is something you're probably also familiar with, but have never really been given a specific framework on how to do it. And so you need to pick a niche, and it really comes down to a few things when it comes to picking a niche, first of all. We've got interest, which is basically, are you actually interested in the niche? Because if you've got no interest in the people that you're working with, or that you're probably going to be working with for the rest of your life, your life's going to be pretty miserable and unhappy. That's why you work specifically with people who have a dream, because you're interested in that.
It means you can follow through because you're interested in it.
Exactly. The second thing is growth. And what this means is the market growing? And the cool thing about your market is everyone has a dream, and there's more, the market, like the entire world is growing, so your thing's always going to grow. And then the third thing is financials. So there is one constraint and one place that we have to take our head out of the clouds for, and that's the money. Because, if you want to work with people like students, or let's say you were really interested in helping homeless people, it's a lovely sentiment, but the problem is they can't afford to pay anything unless, it's backed by the government and stuff. So you want to make sure that the niche is growing. So you wouldn't want to work like Hormozy. Alex Hormozy uses the example of the newspaper niche. It's compressing, it's shrinking. And if you enter a sinking market, it's like being on a sinking ship. But the financial thing is really important as well. And the growth, if you look at any billionaire, or most billionaires, the ones that are mega rich, like the richest guys in the world, they entered markets that were growing. So we've got Jeff Bezos, started basically e-com 10 years before it blew up, right? We've got Elon Musk with electric cars. If you look at guys like Andrew Carnegie, John D. Rockefeller back in the 1800s, these guys were getting into steel and oil and banking and JP Morgan and stuff. And they got into those industries just before or just as they were blowing up. And so a rising tide raises all ships. And so it needs to be growing. So if you're interested in the group, if the group is growing, which means that more people are joining it, like the author niche, for example, would be another one, and that niche has some level of financial resource, then it makes a good niche.